Welcome to the Turner Show. I'm your host, Mark Turner, and this is episode number 2. I love my logo. My logo kind of looks like me, don't you think? I think it kind of looks like me. Yeah, so this is episode number 2. I've discovered that the YouTube algorithm doesn't really know what to do with me. It's showing my videos to really old people, even though last week I featured a hip-hop puppet show. Go figure. But I'm glad you're here. I know you have choices when you swipe and click, and I'm glad you landed here to episode 2 of the Turner Show. I got a great show for you tonight. We're going to end the show with Who's Funnier? That's my favorite recurring segment. We're also going to do the top 3 toys for rocket scientists, because we all know there's some toys that only rocket scientists get to play with, and I'm going to outline the top 3. But first off, I'd like to kind of do a follow-up on the space poop episode, because yesterday the European Space Agency has released a video that shows the new Nauka module. Now this is Thomas Pesquet, I think his name is, and he speaks French, so there's subtitles. I'm making this big so you can read the subtitles. And he's going to give us a tour of the new Nauka module. Now, right now he's kind of complaining about when the thing docked, how I mentioned it changed the orientation of the space station. And he's kind of acting like it was no big deal. That's space for you. But I don't know. I think it might have created a little bit of space poop. That was kind of a little scary. So he's going to go back to the Nauka module. And this is the new laboratory module that has the bathroom. As you can see, it's pretty cramped and cluttered in the space station. They got a tuba just in case they get bored. They can play tuba. And so where he's going now is he's going to the new Nauka module, which is docked to the exact same place where the Piers module was docked. And the Piers module, of course, is the one they filled up with poop, and they sent it off to go burn up over the Pacific. But yeah, now he's heading down into the brand new Nauka module, and we get to see it for the very first time. Thank you, European Space Agency. And he goes down in here, and I remember, right? He kind of starts to complain about the smell. It says it smells a little funny, and he's blaming it on the sun's heat cycle, even though he's literally inches away from the space toilet. But, it must be the sun solar cycle or whatever. Okay. But, they're still putting everything together, so they do have to be careful here. And here we are. Toilet 3. Under 3. Toilet 3. Here's our third toilet. Doesn't really get to show us the inside. We just get to see the outside. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have, granite, marble top countertops or anything, vanity tops or anything like that. But I'm sure they're still very, very happy to have their third toilet on the International Space Station. And then he mentions about all these other experiments and science projects that are loaded onto the space station that still aren't functional yet. They're still putting stuff together. He's showing us the control panel for the new European Space Agency robotic arm. And there was always that one Canadian robotic arm. It's still there on another part of the space station. But now there's another arm. This is from the European Space Agency, controlled from here. As he moves further back, he's still showing stuff that they're working on and installing. And so it's not quite ready for prime time, but it's getting there. And then he'll go back into this area where there's a crew chamber. This is a pretty cool little crew chamber. It's got a window. I guess they're using it for storage right now. But yeah, so then he goes back into this area here. And this is where they'll conduct their spacewalks. There's an airlock. There's some other docks, so other spacecraft can dock on these docks. There's also a pretty cool little window kind of above his head he'll show us in a second. And it has like a camera lens opening. Right now it's closed. But yeah, that's their new window. So hey everybody, we get to see the brand new Nauka multi-purpose laboratory module of the International Space Station. Yay! So So now we're going to do the top 3 toys for rocket scientists. As I said, there's some toys that only rocket scientists get to play with, and we're going to outline my top 3. Coming in at number 3 is the Ingenuity helicopter on Mars. Now, we haven't really seen too much of this thing. It has had 12 flights. We don't really get to see much of the imagery that's coming from this device. And we have seen some stills, but we don't really get to see the video. Now, I've crashed a $1,000 helicopter before, and it felt pretty bad. But if you become a rocket scientist, you have a chance to crash a $600 million helicopter. Just think about that. Oh, yeah. And coming in at number 2, we have Isaac Bumble. If you're a rocket scientist, you get to play with these cool little things. So, yeah, these things, I guess they spin around real nicely. This is called the Bumble. And I don't know, it kind of has like an R2-D2 kind of look to me. I don't know. What do you think? It operates autonomously. It's got all these cameras. These 2 little cameras look like little eyes to me. It looks like R2-D2 to me. I'm kind of half expecting like a hologram of Princess Leia to pop out of this thing at any time. Oh, help us, Obi-Wan. You're our only hope. What do you think about the Bumble? Bumble's pretty cool. I'm going to play a little bit more of this video because it shows it doing some problem solving. It finds a piece of paper with a sock printed on it that was causing a problem. And even though it does solve the problem, it can't really do anything about it except take pictures of it because it doesn't really like have any arms or anything. But there it is. There's the piece of paper with a sock causing all the problems, and Bumble found it. Pretty cool, huh? Well, coming in at number 1, I wish I had some video of this, but this just arrived on the space station, and this is the 3D moon dust printer. And this doesn't use filament that you buy from Amazon. No, this uses moon dust. And they're going to be testing this out on the space station to see if they can put something like this on the moon and print structures from moon dust. I'm really excited about this project, and I'm hopefully they get this thing out of its cartons. To maybe NASA will do an unboxing video of this thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this thing performs. So there you go. There's the top 3 toys for rocket scientists. Yay! And now it's time for my favorite segment. We're going to do Who's Funnier? Today, we'll start with Alexa. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why did the zombie become a hypnotist? They preferred their brains washed.
Okay, the brainwashing hypnotist joke. Yeah. All right. Now we'll try Siri. Hey, Siri, tell me a joke.
What's the difference between a really strong weightlifter and a really strong weightlifter? Repetitions.
Okay, now this is a tough one. This is really tough. I think I'm going to go with Siri as the winner of Who's Funnier for this week. Check back next time for another edition of Who's Funnier. Hey, thank you guys for joining me today, guys. I've had a real good time. I'm hoping you're enjoying episode 2 of The Turner Show.